Well, hello, Miss Sherry Berry. How are you
Hello, Miss
today?
Angie. How are you?
I was fine until we went live. Oh,
What?
my camera blurred
Oh,
me out, so I don't know.
I'm trying to. I just announced on my YouTube or my TikTok channel that we were going live, and I'm posting that right now. And hopefully, it will push it out. Arizona, won't you come my way? All right.
Did your channels go
Well,
live?
I think
I didn't get a
so.
notification that you're live.
Let me check it out. I don't know, ma'am. My Facebook is live.
Okay, cool. That's good enough because you know what problems I had with Miss Bonnie. It wasn't working. So as long as you're live, I'm good.
Okay. I'm gonna edit my privacy, open to the public, and there we go.
All right, cool. All right, then that's good. I'm live. You're live. We're ready. Hello, Mr. CT, and hello, Brittany Kiddo. How are you guys today?
Hello, hello.
Um, just type your questions in the chat. Let me know what your question is. If you've already had a reading from one of us this week, please allow somebody else the time to get a reading. I know that you guys are always faithful, but we're trying to get new people. Please like, share, comment, and just let people know that we're here to give them. And if my microphone goes out, I am so sorry. I have reset my modem. I've done everything I could possibly do, and me and Century Lake just aren't getting along.
My cousin is gonna go to Disneyland, I guess, and he's inviting his friends. And I said that I love that for them because they're a young couple, and they've worked very hard for the things that they have. So they get to just do these wonderful trips. And I guess there's people that are not happy that they do it. So I was like, what? And I'm all, no, man, that is amazing. I love the fact that they get to do that stuff. They worked hard for it.
Okay. Well, you know what? That may be why my guides tell me not to shut the hell up sometime and not tell everybody because they'll rain on your parade like that. And
Mhm.
that could just be a lesson to be like, you know what? Don't tell anybody. They don't understand. They don't appreciate it.
Right.
And a lot of times jealous critique that, you don't need. So I get it.
Absolutely. Yep. And I think it's very sad that they do that.
So, Mr. CT, and is there anyone here who wants a reading? Type your question in the chat and let us know, and then we'll go ahead and start doing your readings. How was your week, Sherry?
It's busy. It was a busy week. Um, yeah, just busy week. I've been working with this guy named Brian, and we're doing readings and healings on TikTok. And then work is busy, but I'm through my annual election for my homeowners, and that's pretty good and pretty awesome. So just my social security finally go through my settlement for my job suit. Okay, that's a yes or no question. I can do that for you really quickly.
All right, Mr. CT, your question is up.
I'm going, God dang it, here it is. I'm going to use my pendulum to do a yes or no question. All right. So, will he get his Social Security soon? I don't know if you could see that well. So, I'll do here. Louder, 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 louder. So that is a yes, that you'll get that soon. Now, what your definition of soon is and what my definition of soon is could be two different.
Yes, two different things. One is Social Security and one is the settlement from his job.
Okay. So um all I asked was the Social Security soon. And I want you to be able to see my pendulum. Okay, so settlement. Hold on. So the settlement is also soon, but again, soon for you could mean next week or tomorrow. Soon for me can mean in the next year. So make
Um,
it a little more specific.
they keep showing me paperwork, like they're asking you for paperwork over and over and over again. You're a bit frustrated because they keep asking you for the paperwork. But I feel like it will, but it won't be it I don't think that it'll be in 2024 at all. I feel like maybe 2025, but again, they're going to ask you for more paperwork. They're asking you specific questions because they feel like your story's changing. Like they show me like the highs and lows of your responses. And so they feel like maybe your responses are changing on what you're telling them. And so I do get a yes, and I do get that, the hard work, the Eight of Pentacles, and I also get the Six of Swords, which is transitioning from chaos to calm. But I just feel like they're questioning what information you're providing to them, and they're going to keep asking you over and over, kind of in a way to frustrate you, to prolong it, and then to see if you're still consistent. But eventually you will definitely get the Social Security. The settlement, it just may not be what you want, because I feel like you're up here wanting this, and it's just it's more down here. So you'll meet somewhere in between, but I don't think that you'll get the amount that you want. All right. So I hope that helps you, Mr. CT. Mr. CT. Hey,
Hi,
Alexa.
Nita.
Hi,
And hey,
Nita.
hi, Alexa.
So again,
What reading?
well, whoever posted a question
Oh,
in the chat.
I'm all what reading?
And I like my tapestry too.
I can't
I
hear
bought this
you.
when we were at the you can go ahead and read Nita. She's up next.
Okay, so do you have like options, Nita? Because I mean, I could tell you that what's best for you is marine biology, but you don't even want to be a marine biologist. So do you have the studies that you want to do? Hello, Erin. I did a reading for Erin the other day and I cried.
That's a unique way to spell Aaron.
Huh?
That's a unique way to spell Aaron. Can everybody else hear me, or is it just, or can nobody hear me? Because you keep saying, huh? So can anybody in the chat hear me? Am I loud enough? Am I too low? Like, can you
You're
all hear
loud
me?
enough. You're loud enough, but it cuts out and then it comes back.
I didn't block you, Virgil.
I didn't block you, Virgil. Hello, Chris. Hello,
Lisa.
Miss Black. I would love to know if you guys see me getting a settlement soon. No, I asked her to be a little more specific because she said, what should I study? And I'm like, can you give me what you're thinking about at least to study? Because it's, I could say marine biology and she doesn't even want to be a marine biologist.
She said
Okay, so
business law and journalism.
Okay. Got it. So you want to know which one of those you should do? Okay. So business, law, journalism, psychology. Okay. So it looks like it's business, but there's a little tiny, tiny bit of yes on the psychology. The journalism and the law were a no. Miss Angie?
I saw her writing, so I got a yes on the law. But I mean on the journalism. But my thing is, why are you leaving this up to fate? What do you like? If the perfect job could call you tomorrow, what would you want to do? Like, you guys are laying down your power and saying, well, whatever spirit tells me to do, that's what I'm gonna do. I thought I wanted to be a lawyer since I was in the sixth grade. I got into it, was in I worked at a law office for 6 years and was like, absolutely not, I don't want to do it. And now I'm in something totally different. Like, what is it that brings you joy every single day? Is it writing that makes you want to write every single day? Is it dealing with the law that and regulatory requirements that make you want to do? Like, what is it that you love to do? If the perfect job could call you tomorrow, what would it be? What would you do? Would you be working with people one on one? Would it be a project? Would it be government? Like, what is it that you want to do? Don't lay down your power and say, well, what is it that you see me doing? Whatever it is that you want to do. This is not Geppetto and Pinocchio. You decide what you want and and then work towards that. Like, what is it that you love to do? If in the morning you could wake up and be that, what would it be? That's what you study. Or you go into temporary jobs, go to a law office and work there, go into a business job and work there, or do some writing on the side. Like, what is it that attracts you to each one of them, and then decide which one you want and move in that direction. Asking fate to decide for you is just you laying down your power and just deciding, oh, I don't want to make the decision. If you can't make the decision, throw them all in a hat and pick one of them out, and then go with that. Parking lot isn't around anywhere, Alicia. I don't know where she is.
No, she
And
left
then
us.
you can,
She kicked
and
us.
Nita, you can combine all of those. Like, you don't have to choose one over the other. You can combine those. Like, I wanted to be a lawyer. I work in regulatory compliance. That's government, that's legal, that's banking. Like, I do all of those. You can combine them. You don't have to choose one over the other. You can write about the law, about business. You can do all of them. There's no exclusion of them. You can find a way to combine them and do them all. I do see the Seven of Cups, which is options for you, but I thought writing. I actually saw you with paper and pen, and I just heard writing. But that's
So,
again a lot of investigation, which also would be law and business. Either way, all of them seem to have the same characteristics: investigation, research, dealing with people. So it's just which one do you want to do, or how do you want to combine them all to do them all?
so I was getting really heavy on the business psychology because there is definitely business psychology, which would be a lot of writing, a lot of research, a lot of that stuff. So that's kind of where what I was hearing. So there's
I
that.
think you have a lot of interest in psychology, but like doing what? Do you want to be a psychologist? Do you want to study people's behaviors? Like, what is it in psychology you want to do? You do love writing. Okay. Well, that's what I saw. I saw the pen and the paper, but I feel like, are you young? Like, are you in your 20s? Because I feel like you have so many options because they keep showing me the Seven of Cups. You just haven't decided because you haven't tried them. So try your hand at all of them. Like I said, get temporary. How did I know that I didn't want to be a lawyer? I worked at a law office for 6 years and was like, this isn't what I thought. And the reason I wanted to be a lawyer is because I had watched the Cosby Show and I thought the mom was great. Like, I had never saw anybody who wasn't doing manual labor. And so I thought that was a neat job to have.
Hi, Stacy. Welcome in. Hello, Brian. Hello,
Oh, and I just
Raven.
said you can go into human resources with psychology. So all of those are great things. You can do psychology with doing hair. I did hair. I braided hair for 17 years, and let me tell you, I had some of the most intimate conversations with my clients over those years.
You braid hair? Do you still braid hair?
I used to know, and now it just kills my hands.
Oh, I was gonna say I need my hair braided. Could you imagine braiding all of this?
Yeah, I can. I did that, and I loved braiding hair. When I braided hair, I loved it. I had clients that I had had for 5, 6 years that were just. I had a lady who drove from Ohio to Michigan like every quarter to get her hair braided, and I loved all my clients. It's just that it ended up hurting my wrist, and now when I braid, like my fingers lock up like this, and I have to like smooth them out. So I just don't do it anymore. But I loved doing hair when I did it, and it was really good money. And you make your own schedule.
Girl, we need to talk.
Yeah, I loved it when I did it. I just don't do it anymore because it hurt. And people didn't believe me. Like my sisters and them thought I was just trying to get out of it. And then when she started braiding her daughter's hair, she was like, you know what? It does hurt your hand. I know. I know. Exactly. Yeah. All right. So Miss Nita, I hope that helps you out. Our next person is Alexa Ann wanting to know about her settlement. And then Roseanne Darby, we have you on here. And anybody else, just type your questions and we'll go ahead and get you on the list. Hi, Brian, Dex, Raven. Alexa, is this the settlement that still has to do with the fire?
And okay, so soon. Okay, I'm gonna move this down so you can see it. Well, Alexa, get her settlement soon. So they're saying yes to soon, but let's try to narrow the soon down. Again, what your definition of soon is, what definition of my soon is two different things. So soon, within the next year. Okay. Soon, within the next 6 months. Yes. Okay. Within the next 3 months. That's going to be a no. So 4 months. So 3 to 4 months. Louder, louder, louder. So that is a yes for 3 to 4 months. Okay. Does that help you? That's my pendulum.
Alexa, this was your new apartment where the ceiling fan. Are you having issues with your attorney? Because I feel like that's the holdup. Is the attorney the problem that you're having with?
Stacy, you can ask a question. These are free questions, not just yes or no, but like general readings, or if you have a specific reading, that we'll do those.
I don't
I
like
do
answering
these.
love questions, so you can ask, but it'll just be Sherry Berry answering if it's a love question.
Yeah, Angie doesn't do love questions, but I do this with Angie to pay back the community uh, on Sundays, and then Angie does. Are you leaving?
Yeah.
Okay, bye. Sorry, that was the child. He's going to be 24 in a couple of weeks.
He's growing his hair out. It looks long.
Yeah, he's growing it out. He's got it
Is it
shaved.
brown? Okay, it looks brown and long.
Yeah.
I'm not the Grim Reaper of love. I just know that a lot of times when people ask these questions, they already know the answer, and I feel like my guides are like, "Don't waste my time asking you for something that you already know the answers to." And maybe I am the Grim Reaper of love. I just Don't ask me, is he going to be with you? And you know you saw him in the bed with your sister 2 days ago. Like, come on now.
I never saw anybody with my sister, so
You know he cheated on you, so why are you?
so when I was going through my drama with Sean, Angie probably got thousands of messages because she was beating me over the head. Like, get away from this guy. Um, but yeah, she definitely will tell you straight if you want to hear about love readings.
Okay, then Stacy, any question you have is fine. Unless you want to know, like, why are we existing on Earth? I don't have the answer to that. I get a lot of people who go real deep to the left. So the apartment complex is giving you hell. So yeah, I feel like you need a better advocate on your side. I mean, you could even go like to HUD. You could go to just legal services. Like there are so many different avenues that can help you out. If you have EAP with your job, you can go to your EAP and they'll give you an attorney referral and they can help you out. Like I just don't feel like you have an advocate on your side. Or even why isn't is your insurance company that you have your renter's insurance, are they helping you? Like I just don't feel like you have an advocate and they're prolonging, even though they know it's their mistake. It's kind of like, oh well, what did you do? Well, I didn't do anything. What do you think? I chiseled out the ceiling? I didn't do it. So I feel like you need somebody who's a little bit more strong on your side to advocate my EAP and say, can you give me someone who could help me with landlord tenant issues? There's usually a landlord tenant council or someone like department in your city that'll help you out. HUD may be able to help you out. There's a lot of agencies you can go to that'll help you out with issues like that, specifically for people who may not have an advocate on their side. But that seems to be the issue, is that they're giving you the runaround, even though they know that they're the issue. And I feel like if you get an attorney, they'll be more willing to settle or to work with you and hear and move forward. They're just kind of prolonging it right now. Sorry, Annette. I know that my sound cuts out. It's the internet, and the best that I've done is yell at my CenturyLink people, and they're still not helping me. So sorry. Nope, it's not just you. It's my internet. So I don't know what else to do aside from go in and just throw a rock through the window like they did on that one old tire commercial.
Oh, are you you said something about moving earlier? Is that something that you have planned?
I do want to move into a house. I want something more permanent. I just haven't put any steps to motion to try to get it done. But my lease will probably be up in a couple months. I think it's in February, so I need to decide either way.
Yeah, my lease is up in March, and I'm probably going to be moving to the West Valley if I keep this job. Because that hour commute in the morning and the hour back is just. And after my car accident, I have I don't know what it is, but when I'm driving and I have to stop and people start coming up behind me, I get all, and I don't like feeling like that.
Oh yeah, and traffic in the morning sucks. I had to go to the doctor one day at like 9 o'clock in the morning, and because I'm work from home, and I'm like, where are all you people going? What is the problem? I don't want to be out here anymore.
Especially in the winter when school's back in session and we have all the snowbirds. It's like, if y'all here on because you're retired from the colder climates, y'all Michigan people and Wisconsin people, I'm just throwing that out there. Why don't you just set your appointments for after 9 o'clock so we can get through our rush hour traffic? But no, y'all want to be out early.
Exactly. Or they could just let us all work from home and stop making us come into the office.
Yeah, that too.
Exactly. So, Miss Alexa, again, try to get a new attorney. I think that's the issue. That's what they keep showing me, is that your attorney just isn't good. Okay. All right. So, who's next? We have, is that Roseanne, Darby, and then Annette, and then Kathleen, and then Stacy.
Future guidance on. Future guidance
Hey,
on.
Pamela.
So, hello, Pamela.
Kathleen, I have you on the list. Did I say that? I do have you on the list.
Pamela, you need to text me some updates, my friend. I need to hear about the stuff we're working on, okay? I've been working with Miss Pamela for a minute.
Oh, well, that's good.
I haven't received any. What is wrong with my English? I have not received updates in a couple weeks. So,
Oh, okay. All right. So Roseanne Darby wants to know on future guidance.
okay. So I got the 8 of hearts, the 8 of clubs, and the 3 of spades. And my 8 of hearts are cups. The 8 is about movement. So this is talking about like a fresh, kind of flirtatious, young, tender love that you either have or you're going to receive. Then my 8 of clubs is my wands, and that's also movement, which is talking about work and procedures and communication. So this tender love needs to up the communication. It's interesting. It's like we're talking about love readings, and Angie doesn't do love readings. This is a love reading. And then I got my 3 of spades. Threes are growth, spades are swords, and this is talking about battles and setbacks, but trust the process. Trust what you're fighting for. Like you've been trying to get to this place in your life where you can be accepting and accepting of love, not only for yourself, but from other people. And so this is telling me that those are the growths that you still need to do for yourself. I hope that makes sense. I hope that resonates with you. Any feedback is awesome. But that's either you need to love your tender, are you just realizing how much of an awesome fucking person you are, and you're just getting to the point where you're like, not only do I like myself, but I love myself. That is something that they keep saying, is not only do you need to like yourself, but you need to love yourself to get this growth and this forward momentum for this new love.
Hi, Melanie.
Crickets, we can play games.
Hi.
Rosanna, are you still here?
Something that's black. Miss Rosanna, I really hope my microphone doesn't go out because I have a very good message for you. But I hope,
Oh,
okay, she says, I'm trying to love myself at an
yeah,
emoji.
that's what I'm getting. Okay, perfect. Thank you for the feedback, because that does, once you start getting into those reading, that is the new tender love that you have for yourself, that you are you've had a lot of conflict within yourself, and that the battles and things that you have going on in your mind are setbacks for you. But you definitely need to, I can't tell you what to do, but not only liking yourself, but loving yourself is a good thing. And even if you pick like one thing a week to learn to like about yourself, like I'm just being like, oh yeah, I like my hair this week, and focus on, I like my hair. Start at the top and work down, or start at the bottom and work up. I like my toes, or I like my feet, or just build that
I like my
up for
attitude.
yourself.
Listen, I tell people all the time, I love me and all my attitude. People be like, you're difficult. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just
So
love all parts of you.
yeah. And I'm glad that this is something for you that you understand. Thank you so much for letting
Blue
me read
Fire
you
Phoenix
today.
1977 said they found you on TikTok.
Hey, thank you. Thank you for coming in.
So, Miss Roseanne, I see this. I got 2 8s, so that's a lot of personal. When you get to 8s, that's a lot of personal things that you're dealing
I
with.
had
So
two.
let me.
I had two eights.
I thought so. I thought so too, because I'm like, she said 8s. Okay, so let me say this. This is the way they showed it to me. They showed me you with a cart that you were pulling, but then there is a donkey behind you walking that's supposed to be pulling the cart. They're telling me that you're making your life harder than it has to be. You have the help, you're just not receiving it. You have spirit trying to help you out, but instead of letting your donkey pull the cart and you in the cart, you're pulling the cart. You're doing the hard work that you don't have to do. So you're working harder than you need to do, right? So this is what they're showing me. They're also telling me that this 8 is you needing to walk away from something, but you won't because you are so invested in other people, but they're not as invested in you. You in the cart, they then show me that all the things that's in the cart, it isn't even your stuff. It's just a whole bunch of people demanding things from you. It's people jumping up and down. You're not moving fast enough. You're not going in the right direction. You're not doing this. You're not doing that. It's too cold. It's too hot. It's too this. These are people demanding things of you while you're trying to help them, and you're not, and you are overexerting yourself in an effort where you don't need to have to help them. And so I feel like you are working too hard for something that isn't for you. This is what you need to walk away from, being the go-to person, being everything that for everybody else and nobody being anything for you. So then I see this. This is you. Like, I feel like spirit has tried to break off a lot of those relationships, break off a lot of those things, and you won't do it. See, this is you. This is spirit offering you this little cup down here, and you just being like, oh, okay, well, I don't see it. I don't see it. I got to help everybody else. Everybody need my help. I got to do everything for everybody and not for me. This is you refusing the help from your higher power. Th- this is you saying no, but clarity is coming. They're saying your clarity is coming. You see this book and all those little light bulbs, it's going to come and it's going to hit you like a ton of bricks. These people don't love me. These people don't support me. They want my attention. They want my help. They need me. And being needed is different than being wanted. I want to be wanted. I don't want you to just need me, because then once you don't need me, you don't contact me anymore. So you need to decide what people need to be cut off, or you don't even have to cut them off. You could just start saying no. No is a complete sentence. Oh, do you want to go? Do you want to help me move? No, I don't want to help you move. Why? I just don't want to. I don't want to help you move. I don't. I just don't. Maybe you could say I'll help you pack, but I'm not moving any boxes. Don't call me to help you move. I'm just not helping you move. That's just it. Just no. And so you have to decide where your no is. Like, I decided I don't like to do love readings, so I don't do love readings. I decided that I'm not going to tap into somebody else's energy, so I don't do it. So you have to decide the things that you're going to say no on and stick to them, even if it hurts people's feelings. I used to go to all kinds of events, even if I didn't want to go to them. Oh, they invited me, I should go. Not, no, I don't want to go. No, I don't. No, I don't like paint and sip, so I'm not going. I don't care if it's your birthday. Listen, call me when it's over. We can meet at the bar. We can meet for dinner. We can do other stuff, but I'm not doing paint and sip. You have to set your boundaries and then stop letting people just walk all over them. So that's what your issue is. You're causing yourself unnecessary pain, and your guys are like, do you want the help or don't you? And that's where it is for you. You need to put you first. All these 8s can't be wrong. So that's what I got for you. Okay, you started to back down a bit. Exactly.
Good. Good. Yeah, that's loving yourself enough to tell somebody no. That's why I love Angie, because Angie loves herself enough to know what her boundaries are, and 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 be firm about it. And
Listen,
we do that is
I am a lady of a
people.
particular age, and I am well versed enough to say no. When I tell you that something is a no, I mean it's a no, and I will look you dead in the face and not answer your question again. And I think that's why my guides do me like that. When I ask the same thing over and over and over again, they be like, "We already told you that answer." I'm not gonna keep telling you how to treat me. I've told you you're either going to adjust to it or we're just going to discontinue our interactions. I don't have to keep explaining to you how to treat me. You teach people how to treat you by what you accept. If I say that I got to be to work, and I use this example all the time, if I say I have to get up at 5 a.m. because I have to be to work at 6 a.m. and you're calling me 11:30 at night, you don't respect my time. You don't respect my safety. You don't think that it's important that I get enough sleep because what you want outweighs what I want. I'm not answering the phone at 11 o'clock. No, I'm not staying up until you get off of work. I respect your time not to call you while you're doing your work. So you need to respect my time to know not to call me at 11 o'clock at night because I need to sleep in order to go to work in the morning. You set your boundaries. People will be a little bit like, oh my God, clutching their pearls at first, but eventually they'll be like, that's just Angie. She don't want to do it. You know what people don't ask me to do anymore? Paint and sip. You know why? Because I don't like paint and sip. I just don't. And I'm not going to do it. And so once you decide what you're not going to do, people will back down. Again, they'll side eye you and be like, oh my gosh, she's changed. You're supposed to. You're a human. You're supposed to evolve. If I'm the same person at 40 that I am at 18, I'm not evolving. I'm not growing. So you need to grow and decide who the person you want to be, and then people will treat you accordingly. So I hope that helps you. All right. You don't need to learn how to say no. You just need to say it. What you need to do is not feel bad for it. You know how to say no. You feel bad for saying no, which I used to too. Oh my God, it's gonna hurt their feelings. I stayed in relationships for months and I just this ain't working. This just ain't working because I didn't know how to hurt somebody's feelings, but they wouldn't hesitate to hurt my feelings. So you have to learn. It's not learning how to say no. It's learning how not to feel bad for the feelings that you have. Your feelings are valid. So what you need to learn how to do is validate your own feelings and be okay with people not being okay with it. Okay, and move on. That's fine. That's fine. And just move on. So I hope that helps you out. You do worry a lot because they do show me that. I'm surprised the Nine of Swords didn't come up for you. But the walking away isn't necessarily, listen, when you walk away in the Eight of Cups, you're walking away to the Nine of Cups. You're leaving something that doesn't work to go to your wish fulfillment, right? So it's okay to walk away. You could just be walking away from the way somebody treats you, not necessarily from that person. And until they understand how to treat you, you're just not going to deal with them. And that's okay. You have to learn how to accept your own emotions and not feel bad for telling somebody no. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Sister,
Hey, one shell. I love saying it every time.
she's got a serious migraine. Sister, I'm sorry that you have a serious migraine.
That's horrible.
Get some
You probably
rest.
need some cherry berry tea. I'm telling you, that tea is no joke. I still have my nighttime tea and my PCOS tea. I still have both of them.
How do you like the PCOS tea?
I loved it. I actually did like it. It wasn't too strong. I mix it with my peach tea and put a
Hmm.
little honey in it, and it's fine. It didn't bother
And
me at all.
and how does it work for your systems? Does it help reduce all of that going ons?
Flow through, if you know what I mean.
I do. Okay.
Yeah, so that
But
helps a
and
lot.
you're good. That's what I want. I want that to help women who have that. I didn't go through any of that, and I am so sad. I was even
You have to be
unaware of it.
consistent with taking it. Like, okay, so if I know that this is about to occur, then I need to, be consistent with taking it. Like either have it every day or every night or a couple times a week in order for it to work. But it does work. Like I
Mhm.
did see noticeable difference when I took it on the days that I would have it because I use it specifically for that time. Like, okay,
Mhm.
I'm nauseous, so I need it for the nausea. I have stomach issues. I need it to calm my stomach. So those are the things that I use it for, and it worked.
Okay,
Oh, but
good.
she says she just drank the last of the tea, so it should probably be helping you out pretty soon.
Oh, she has a tea for her. What did I do it for? Diabetes, I think.
Oh,
Level her sugar levels and stuff. I think I'm pretty sure that's what I made her.
all right. All right, Miss Roseanne. I hope that helps you out and come back and let us know how that works for you or just to get here to get support. Like, listen, I'm never going to tell you that your feelings are invalid. Whatever you're feeling is valid to you, work through them, and then people will just deal with it or they won't.
Diabetes. It was her diabetes tea. It was a diabetes tea.
Oh, that's a good idea. Diabetes tea, that's a good idea. So Annette, you're next. Kathleen, Stacy. Did anybody else ask for questions? Because I just did not listen. You know when Keena not on here, y'all get the Kmart of all chats. Like I just am not good at this. Okay, so Jesus Christ. Jesus. So did anybody else put a question in here that I may have missed? I don't see any. But if you did, please post it again.
Okay, Annette is ready. Red eye.
Hi,
She
Miss
just wants to.
Wendy. I haven't seen Miss Wendy in so long. I still need to come and get a healing, Miss Wendy.
I
Hey,
think.
Gwyneth. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen you in so long. Do you want a reading? Tortoise
We've
Love.
got
I
a.
saw these people. Hey, Tortoise Love. Oh, they want a message. Got you. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Miss Sherry.
It's all right. We had 100 messages. Whoop whoop.
Hey. All right.
Miss Angie. Okay, and then Blue Fire Phoenix had a question.
Did they post the question? You can go ahead and post it.
Yeah, they posted it.
Oh, wait a
It's
minute.
not a reading question; it's a different question, but I'll address it.
Oh, okay. Oh, what should I do if my ex is using?
Uh
Oh,
huh.
okay. I'll post that for you. Deal with it. Let me doing stuff to y'all because I'll be like, I will bust you in the forehead.
All right, let me get this. And no, Brian, I did not go get new cards today. My poor little cards are bent and they need to be retired, and I just didn't get a chance to go get them new ones today.
Blue Fire's on here. Yvette's on here. Deke, is it DK or Deke Body is on here. Annette is ready. I think I got everybody else. So I have 7 people on the list. Annette, Kathleen, Stacy, Tortoise Love, Blue Fire, DK or D, and Yvette. Okay?
Hello, Miss Bonnie. How are you?
Bonnie sent all the love messages to us, and I just swatted them all back at the tennis with a tennis racket. No, thank you. All right, Virgil. Good to see you back, Virgil. I'm forever mad at you until I come back to Manchester. Don't even talk to me because I was in Manchester. You didn't even offer to take me to get no food, no nothing. Just now you all here just every 5 minutes talking about Manchester. We're not cool. All right, go ahead, Miss
That's funny.
Sherry Berry.
Okay, so I got the Four of Diamonds, which is Pentacles, which is destinations, and this is saying like you're in need of money and finances, and like you're sitting there and you're waiting for this finances to come through for you instead of taking action on it yourself. It's one thing for us to sit there and say we want money, we want the stuff to come in, but it's sitting there waiting for it is not pushing that energy out. It's a thought in our head, but we're not putting it into motion. And then I got the Seven of Clubs, which talks about your doubts and your worries and how you're hindering your own success, which is just kind of like waiting for your abundances. So you're not out there doing the things that you need to do to get those abundances put in place. I have the Six of Hearts, which talks about pathways, and it's talking about your stamina. And again, I think this is all about how you're just kind of like, oh, I wish I could win the lottery, but you're not out there buying a lottery ticket. Or I wish I had money, but you're not saying I need, and the universe drops a penny on you, and you're not saying like I need $2,000. So it's wanting those abundances, but not doing anything for it. It's wanting those things and not putting those affirmations out. It's wanting those things and not moving the energy to get them. So that's what I'm seeing is like you need to take more action and more account. I'm hearing the word accountability. They're saying accountability and take those actions. Just stop sitting. I'm 65 and have no stand. I'm 56. I'm 55. I'll be 56 in a couple weeks. And Don't look at me
You
like
are
that.
not.
Yes. I was born in 1968. So, um, I know.
You are not. You
Angie,
don't look it at all. Definitely. I would have never guessed that.
you've known me for quite some
I know,
time.
and I just don't see it. It just doesn't make sense to me. I think she's
um,
lying about her age in the wrong direction. She's going up instead of down.
so, but if you don't put anything into action, and I don't necessarily mean to like physically doing stuff, you could write your affirmations out. You could do those things to put that giving things away that I could be charging for. Yes. Yes, I'm guilty. I do the same thing. You know, I could be charging more for some of my teas. I could be doing those things. Thank you. But you need to bring that stuff back to you. Keep it close to the vest. Stop doing that. Stop um, not putting those affirmations. That's what they're telling me is like you're not doing what you need to do. You're not putting things in motion. Miss Angie.
Hey, Andrea. Everybody thought you were in your 40s or less. Nobody believes that you're 55. So we're going to need to see your birth certificate, Obama.
Yeah, I'm not gonna post that on any social media. I've already got an internet stalker. I don't
We
need
do
any
not believe
more.
you at all.
No. Yeah.
Okay, so Miss Annette, the first thing I heard when I said, "What is it that Annette needs?" and I heard self love, and I was like, "Oh, that doesn't sound right." And then what came out is this right here, Ace of Cups. You need to pamper yourself. They show me you just denying yourself basic things like, "Oh, I should go and get a manicure." No, I can't afford a manicure. I could give that money to somebody else. I could give that stuff to charity.
Ooh.
You could also give it to yourself. Don't think that by, oh, I'm not going to go get my nails done. I'm going to donate to charity. That's going to be that's going to balance things out. You give enough as it is. You also have to give to yourself. They show me the full car energy because you need to start. You just need to go all in on yourself, not on others. I was listening to what Sherry was saying, and that's the thing. You just don't. And it's not to say you don't love yourself, you don't know how to receive or give to yourself. You give to everybody else generously. You take your shirt off your back if somebody was walking down the street without having one on. But how does that help you? That leaves you out in the cold. You also need to love you. So that's where you are, needing to give yourself love. This kind of love reading, I don't mind because it's you falling in love with you, you appreciating you. You appreciate everybody else, and other people appreciate you. I feel like you get accolades and, oh, she's so nice and she's the greatest. And that may be a motivation for you because, people really know that you're the person to go to get things, but you also need to be the go to for yourself. I
Right.
have to love me, I have to give to me. I have to think that it's okay for me to have stuff. There's times that I'd be like, oh, okay, no, I need new shoes, but my son needs new shoes, so I'm going to give him new shoes. Well, if my feet hurt and I don't get new shoes, I can't work. I can't make the money. I have to give to me too. So you have to learn how to balance that out. And that's the exact card that you got. Six of Pentacles, give and take. You have to learn to balance things out. Give a little, receive a little. Keep a little bit for yourself. You don't have to give every part of you because you know what happens? You exhaust yourself and then you have nothing to give. Then you become a little bit resentful because people are not appreciative of what you're offering. So you have to learn that give and take, that balance. Give a little, receive a little, keep a little bit to yourself. That's what you have to do. You always put you last. Exactly. So learn. And if it's just something, listen, this is something I had to do with my daughter. When I first adopted my daughter, when I would get home from work, and I worked at a law office, so there's a lot going on. And we did family law, so there was a lot of divorce, there was criminal law, there was a lot of heavy energy that was going on. So when I would get off work, I would come through the door and she would just unload her whole day on me. Blah, 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 blah. I said, can we make this agreement? When I come in, give me 15 minutes to come in the house and decompress. I would go in my room, I would close my door, and I would just lay back on the bed for 15 minutes to get all of the work day off of me, to get all of that energy off of me. And at the time, I didn't even know anything about energy. I just knew that I needed 15 minutes of silence. That was my me time. And then I would get up and I would come in there and I would do everything else that a mom had to do: cook the dinner, clean the clothes, do whatever I had to do, help her with her homework, get her where she needed to be. But I needed that 15 minutes. And that's something simple. That cost nobody anything. 15 minutes. When I would come out the door, she still would be, but I got that 15 minutes that I needed so that I wasn't snappy, so that I wasn't mean, so that I wasn't harsh, so that I wasn't irritated, so that I wasn't depressing. I had to give myself that 15 minutes. So in the morning, give yourself that 15 minutes. Sometimes when I wake up in the morning, I just go through all my affirmations. Sometimes when I go to bed at night, I have me an angry orchard because that's what I need so that I don't have to go and reach out and touch somebody. Okay? Sometimes you just want to reach out and touch somebody and you cannot. So there are things that I know that will help me to not drive over somebody, just calm myself down. So give yourself that, okay? So then I see you worried all the time. You're worried about money. I think Miss Sherry mentioned that. You mentioned about money for her. You're worried about money, which is rightfully so, because your focus is on everybody else and not on you. If you're giving away more than you have, or you're giving away too much thinking that, oh, the Lord is going to reward me, he rewarded you by giving you the money and you're just giving it all away. So maybe you have a lack of appreciation for what the Lord is giving you. You're saying, I need more, I need more, I need more, but you're giving all of it away. They're like, hey, you're saying you need more, I'm giving it to you, but you're giving it away. So maybe you don't need more, maybe you need less. So you need to learn how to balance the resources that you have. You may not need more resources. You need to learn how to balance those resources. Again, like I told the last person, no is a complete sentence. Absolutely not. And then here, your guides giving you rest, giving you the information, and you just being like, oh no, I gotta go and help this person. They have a flat tire. I don't know how to change a tire, but I need to stand out there with them until AAA comes. Why do you need to stand out there with them? You gave them the resources, allow them to use them. You can't make them. One of the things when I used to work at the shelter, I used to go in at 8 o'clock in the morning, and at 8 o'clock at night, I would still be there. In order for me to get out of the office, my manager started writing us up. I was supposed to leave at 4. If I was still there at 4:15, she would write me up. And I would be like, that's unfair. I need to help my clients. She said, you need to go home and take care of your family. If you're here at 4:15, after 4:15, I'm going to write you up for being here over your shift. And the way that she wrote it, you're infringing on the next shift. Allow them to do their job. If you're there, they can't do their job. And so a way to get me to go home is to write me up. So she had to make it punitive. So I understood you need to go home at the end of your shift. You don't need to be here 3 hours after your shift ends. You need to take care of you. So sometimes people have to force you to take care of you or to see the importance of you because you think that everybody else is valued more than you. You got to take care of you. So that's what I'm getting for you, Miss Annette. I hope that helps you out.
You said something and then I had something come to me and it left. I can't remember
I'm
what it was because it
sorry.
was like
Was it about the
fleeting.
money?
No, it was about charity and
Oh,
but when it comes back to me, I'm gonna say it, just so you
giving
know,
too much? Okay.
because it'll come back. Because it was like so profound. I was like, God dang, that was awesome. And then I was like,
Yeah.
wait, what was that?
And you do, and you may say no a lot, but it still may not be enough. You're a giving person. You are such a giver. Like they show me you as a caregiver and you just giving your energy out. And like even just listening to people talk sometimes can be overwhelming. It was to the point where people were calling me and I would be on the phone with them for hours. That's too much. You still need to step back and give yourself that free time. And so you have to say no in different ways. That may mean that you can't be a listening ear this week. That may mean that you have to say, you know what, stop. I have a friend who was telling me about another person in their life all the time. I don't want to hear about this person anymore. Don't tell me about this person anymore. I understand you're subjecting yourself to it, but I don't want you to subject me to them. You know? So you have to again clear boundaries and saying no. But the money, again, you're not focusing on it because they're making it seem like to me you have enough to make your ends meet, but you're giving it away. So now you're taking from yourself and then complaining that you don't have enough. So that's what I
One of
got
the
for you, Miss
things
Annette. Oh, go ahead.
that Angie said was people run to you all the time to trauma dump on you or do that. One of the things that I'm learning is, and I've been bad at it lately, I admit it, is asking for that space. So when somebody comes to you, you have the right to tell them, like, hey, I can't take on your trauma, your drama today. I have my own stuff. And if they don't respect that boundary, and they won't at first, I promise you, they won't at first. They'll be like, what do you mean you don't have time for me? It's not that you don't have time for them, it's that you need that space yourself. So I try to ask my friends, do you have space for me? Especially when it's something really, really heavy. I'm like, do you have space for me?
Oh, I like
Safe,
that.
safe space.
I like that. And guess who entered the chat? Eternal peace for me. I felt like that is such a a spirit thing saying, listen, you need to have eternal peace for you. And sometimes that means stepping back and just being like, oh, okay. Like a lot of times I kept giving the same advice over and over and over again. And I learned how to be like, oh, okay. Oh, okay. Like I don't always give a response. You can go on ranting and raving. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. And then just let it go. Because sometimes people just need a sounding board, but sometimes you need to shut everybody out and just step away for a couple of days.
Step away from the drama.
She said more time would be a great thing. Listen, if you learn how to expand time and give yourself more of it, Miss Annette, come back and tell me how to do it because I need to do it too. Or at least if you learn how to clone yourself, show me how to do that. Okay.
It's not about more time, it's about managing your time.
Managing your time, balancing your resources. And you got that Six of Pentacles again. Yeah. Managing your time.
Okay.
All right. So Blue Fire, and I loved how Blue Fire Phoenix said, I love me time. A shower is great. And just, you know, and as simple as that, it's just simple things. A hot shower where you're not in a rush. I got to go and do this for such and such. I can just take my time and do what I need to do. And that's it. All right. Is Annette banned yet? Why would she be banned? Oh my God. Don't do that.
Virgil, what?
Virgil, you know what? Virgil just needs some attention. They just like to be on there. Look, I'm gonna go ahead and put him up. You're welcome, Annette. So the next person on the list is Kathleen, who asked for a card, please. And then Stacy, Tortoise Love, Blue Fire, DK Body, and Yvette. Are you all still here? Virgil, we love you too. Oh, Miss Bonnie wants to be added to the list. Got you, Miss Bonnie.
Okay, Kathleen, you're here.
Make sure you're posting your questions, people. There's like 15 of you in the chat. I'm so excited. I love it. We were up to 10, Sherry, and I love it. Please make sure that you like, share, comment, subscribe.
You're like a bad habit.
For love, just put your question in the comments and we'll pin it. There's 7 people ahead of you. Okay. Kathleen, are you here?
Yes, she is. She said she was here.
Oh, cool. I'm paying no attention.
That's okay. That's why we here.
They're all here. Hey, oh, thank you, Blue
money. Money. So I have the 10 of diamonds, I have the 8 of diamonds, and I have the 3 of hearts. My 10 of diamonds is about competition, and the 10 is about financial success and joy and relief of money and a sudden improvement. And then I have the 8 of diamonds, which 8 is about movement. 8 of diamonds is talking about, gossiping, frivolous information, bragging, keeping information close to you. And the 3 of hearts is about your wishes are granted. So it's kind of funny because I have the picture of my cousin in my head right now, which Angie and I were just talking about. But it seems as if that you have everything that you need and a little bit extra. Like there's you're financially good. Like you're in a place that's very good financially, and then you have a little bit of fluff. You're fluffing the bunny. So then you get to do those extra things. You get to do those things that you want to do. And then you have people that are very jealous of your successes. And when you say, "Oh, I got to go," and I'm just going to use this as an example. My cousin got to go to a trip to Alaska, and it was a great trip. It was huge. It cost him a boatload of money, but it's his money. Some other people in his family made comments about that, about how, like, "Oh, I wish if I had that money, I would do X, Y, and Z." He's earned that. He's served our country for 20 years. His wife has gone to college and has earned her degree in psychology. They've earned that. They have the right to go do that. But because they posted it and posted their pictures in Alaska, which were beautiful, by the way, there were comments of jealousy. She's so funny. So there were comments about jealousy, like, "Oh, blah, blah, blah." So what this is telling me is enjoy your fruits of your labor, enjoy the things that you have, enjoy those that all the stuff that you've done for yourself, and just kind of like Angie had said earlier, keep it a little more close to the vest, and then you'll be able to enjoy it a little bit more without that hostility and the gossip and the garbage that people are throwing at you, because you've earned it. It's yours. And celebrate it. Enjoy it. I hope that makes sense. I don't know if it's money exactly, but it's definitely abundances, things that are coming into your life.
I feel like you're right on with that because as you said that, they showed me a yellow brick road, but instead of walking the yellow brick road, she's trying to dig the bricks up. And they're like, you think that this is the good money? Follow the path that we're sending you on, and you'll get a pot of gold at the end. You're trying to dig up the road, but we don't need you to dig it up. We need you to follow it. And so I did a past, present, future for you, which Sherry Mary taught me. I remember her teaching me past, present, future because I did. And you also taught me, what was it? Purpose. What is it? You, your,
Uh,
you, your,
your purpose and your potential.
exactly. Should have did that. But so for your past energy, I got 7 of Cups. And for me, that's emotional because it's cups, but it's a lot of options. You had a lot of options in your past. And so either you didn't make the choice that you were supposed to, or you chose one and you don't like the option that you had. So what you get? Page of Swords in your present energy. That's you getting the clarity. Maybe I don't like this. Maybe I need to go another direction. Maybe I can revisit one of those other options. This is a clarity that you're getting. All these little ideas. Ding, 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 ding. I can do other things. This is where I was with all the options. I made the choice. I may not like it. Now I have clarity on the choice that I made. Remember, I wanted to be a lawyer since 6th grade. Went to school, got a bachelor's degree in criminal justice, worked at a law office and was like, no, I don't want to do this. Went to school, thought I wanted to be a therapist. No. You know why? I don't want to listen to y'all tell me all of y'all personal problems. I just don't want to listen to it. But what am I doing now? Listen to y'all tell me all your
Y'all,
personal problems. I should have went became a therapist. But again, it's you knowing how to pivot. Clarity. Okay, I got new ideas. That didn't work. Pivot. Let me do something else. You ever watch Friends? Pivot, pivot. You need to pivot. So that's where your present energy is. You're realizing I don't have to do this if I don't want to do this. I can make a change. I love that energy for you. Your future energy, a new opportunity. Ace of Pentacles, honey. That is beautiful. That's a new start. That's new opportunities. That's new things coming your way. But it's based on the ideas you have here. Like, oh, I like baking cakes. Maybe I could sell cakes for the holiday. New money making ideas. I like telling people what to do. Maybe I could be a life coach. Maybe I could be a psychic. Maybe I could work in HR. I learning what having all these ideas and then the opportunities coming to you. This is a hand for you. This is new. This is your future energy, a new beginning. Take that new beginning. Then I said, what's advice from spirit? And you won't even believe it. Ace of Swords. New thoughts. Listen, they are just, listen, we gave you clarity. Now we're giving you a new thought because you got a new beginning. You have to figure it out. It's not, and they're telling me yours doesn't have to be the sweat of your bra all the time. You don't always have to do the hard work. Let other people help you. I'm getting goosebumps on that to the point where I'm almost in tears because you don't know how to ask people for help. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. I can move this whole dresser by myself on my back, then break my back, then don't want nobody to take me to the hospital because I can do it on my own. They're saying you don't have to. We're giving you the help. We're giving you the help. Okay. So then what's your outcome? The fruits of your labor. I love the way they do the seven of pentacles because these are all the little seeds that you planted, all the little blessings that you planted. Now they're growing up, and it takes time. You see you see the fruits of his labor is coming through like a watch on his arm. You've been waiting on it. Do I need to cultivate this area a little bit more? Where do I need to put my focus? So they're saying your abundance is coming, your harvest is coming, but you gotta be ready for it. What are my new ideas? What new direction do I want to go in? Stop doing everything the same way that you used to do it. What can I do to change the way that I think in order for me to get the harvest that I'm looking for? And maybe it's not the same harvest anywhere. I know that you got two sevens and two ones. Wow, two sevens. Okay. All right. So things are coming up for you. You just have to lean into the ideas that you have and the new beginnings that are coming for you. And no, you don't have to wait till 2025. They're saying the time is now. Your new beginnings start now with this season. Growth, because people are giving. People are ready to be charitable. So accept that charity. Receive, receive, receive. And that's what I got for you. So I hope that helps you out. Oh, your broom. Okay. But is she calling it something else? What does that mean?
It's a
The
broom.
broom?
It's a besom,
Okay.
or
You know
besom,
what?
or bassoon.
Before we started to ask, I was going to ask you, do you change yours out every year? Because Kina was like, oh, I need to get a new one. I said, well, why would you need to get a new one? Do you change it every year? I don't.
I don't. I just
Okay.
add
I don't
cinnamon
either.
to it.
Okay. I'm like, am I doing
But they
something
have
wrong?
no.
Okay.
No. However, if I were to move homes,
You
if
would
I
get a
was
new
to move, I would get new ones.
one.
And
Okay,
even
cool.
my regular broom in my house, I would that one and get a new one. The only one that I would not get rid of at all, ever, is this one.
Oh, wow.
This is, yeah, it's, I would
Everybody
never
noticed
get
your broom, but nobody said anything.
rid
And I
of.
forgot to say, well, now, what is this broom for that you just showed us? And I like the colors on it.
That is what I got in one of my classes. It
Oh,
is
okay.
my basome. It's for what I my magic.
Oh,
Those are more cinnamon brooms,
yeah.
to keep the fragrance going.
Okay.
And I guess I could replace it because the cinnamon is gone by now. But
Yeah. Miss
I
Bonnie
have
said sprinkle it with more cinnamon, and then Blue Fire said hers stays up. It's a her, right? Blue Fire is a
yeah,
female. Okay.
maybe think so. Um, but yeah, you put cinnamon oil on that so you can get cinnamon oil and spray that on that if you want. But yeah,
Miss Bonnie says she loves us both. Miss Bonnie, don't be trying to butter us up for a love reading because I saw what you said. Miss Sherry gonna give you a love reading. I'm not. I watch Love. Let me tell y'all this, and I think it's Miss Bonnie because everywhere she goes, she just throw love everywhere, and it just be like a virus, just love all over the place. Ain't that horrible? But I went to go get. I said, let me get some new cards. I'm tired of this extra frilly, fruity love. Just cups, love, energy. So I went to get another set of cards. They was like, nope, you gonna keep these cards and you gonna deal with it. I can't stand y'all and this all this love. Y'all just, ugh. Oh,
What,
Jesus.
you were going to go get new cards?
I was going to just get a new deck. So I was like, oh, let me get this deck. And they said, no, put it back. And I was like, oh, do I have to? Do I have to? Oh, okay. Blue Fire is a woman. Thank you. And I felt the feminine energy. I just want to make sure because,
Yep.
All right. So the next person is Stacy. And I'm going. Oh, so this is definitely a question for Miss Sherry, I think. Oh no, that's not the one, but that's coming up. So Stacy, this is your question. Tortoise Love, you're next. Blue Fire after that. DK or Deek, Yvette and Miss Bonnie after that. Any more questions? Type them in the chat.
I don't feel that it's time to give up on that, Miss Stacy, at all. But yeah, I don't feel like it's time to give up on that. I would actually ask you to come into one of my cohorts in crime, my villainous friends' lives, and talk to him. He's a healer. I do think that I'm getting like there's some type of uh, like blockage, or hormones are low, or something is off on your systems. There needs that, like, I got this, like, that's not a balance. There's something that's not balanced, but it's so to a point where your blood lab works and stuff, it comes back to where it is normal, but it's not for you. They always pin us against, like, they would do my blood and then Angie's blood and say that we're women of a certain age group. Not that Angie's in my age group, but we're women in a certain age group, and they do a comparison against everybody, but it might not be right for you specific, as opposed to what would be right for me. I think I hope that makes sense, but I think there's something that just needs a little bit of tweaking. What do you?
Miss Stacy, you could tell me no if you don't want to get into this. Have you lost a child? Have you been trying and you lost a child? Is that true? You lost a child, Miss Stacy,
Yeah, I
or
think
a
that's the case
few?
too.
And do you want a little girl? Is that what I'm getting? Or so you either lost a child and it was a little girl, or you want a little girl, or both. It could be both. But I get a little girl and I get you one. You're so stressed about it, you can't relax because you're like, you don't want what happened in the past. You're continuously looking at the past and hoping that it doesn't happen that way. And you keep drawing that energy in. So is that true? You lost a child?
I think it's the true about the balances in her body, the hormones in her body, and it's just like I'm getting. It's just a like it's not huge. It's just a little bit off. It's like
Was the little girl's name going to be Abigail or something with an A? Because I keep hearing Abigail, Abigail, Abigail. This is what they're telling me because it was a little girl. If you lost a baby, it was a little girl. Um, she, okay, and this is very specific. She is coming back to you. You have to release her and your blame of yourself for it happening. What did I do wrong? Why is my body rejecting it? Why can't I this? Why can't I? You have to release her and the name that you had for her. Because when she comes back, she's a new person. So you have to release that soul, and when she comes back, she'll be a new, and it will be a girl. I do see a little girl that is coming, Alexa. So it was something with the A. I kept getting Abigail. Okay, so release that name. She needs a new name. Let her go. Burn a candle. They're showing me a white candle, and I'm getting goosebumps.
mhm.
Burn a
I
candle,
just got white.
release her, and let you got white too, Miss.
Hmm.
Okay, burn this white candle. You can get a little teacup, a little tea light candle, whatever kind of candle you is. Thank her for coming. Release her and all of your regret and your blame, and just let her go. Just let her go. They're pushing me to tears. Let her go, and then she'll be free. You'll release that connection to her, and then you'll be free for her to come back and stop worrying. When anytime, and it's easier said than done to worry. When that worry comes through, just imagine. Just say to yourself, oh, I can't wait to see my little girl. She's going to be so beautiful. She's going to be so this. She's going to be so healthy. I thank you. I thank my higher power for blessing me with this baby, and stop dwelling on the negative side of it. So when my car messes up, instead of me being like, oh my God, I can't believe the heat isn't working, the door isn't this, I say, I thank the universe for my new vehicle, because if my old vehicle's messing up, that means you're giving me something new. So
Mm-hmm.
release her. Light that candle, release her, have your cry, let her go. You're still holding her hand, and so she can't go back to where she needs to and then regenerate to come back to you, because she's coming back, but you need to let her go and let go of that regret, let go of that blame, let go of that shame. A lot of times when women can't, or they think that they can't have a baby, they have that shame. And I know somebody personally who has told me this. And so once they let that shame go, they were able to have the baby. They were able to move forward. So dwell on future state where you want it to be, not what you, because the things that you're dwelling on, those are the things that you're drawing in. If you're thinking that your body's not going to be able to do it, then it's not going to be able to do it. And
Mm-hmm.
then again, the healing that Miss Sherry's talking about, that may help you out too, but future state. I'm so thankful for the little girl that you gave me. I'm so thankful for the blessing you gave me. And if you don't care whether it's boy or girl, I'm so thankful for the honor that you've given me to carry this baby. I am so blessed to be able to carry this baby to full term. I am so blessed to have a healthy baby. Those are the things that you dwell on. And every single time those negative thoughts come in, you reprogram yourself to hear nothing but positivity. You see future state how they are, and give your baby a new chance. Give your baby a new name. Okay? All right. Oh, Abigail. Oh, that may be the new name. Oh my gosh. I love that. Blue Fire. Here, I thought that you said that. She said Abigail may be the new name for the new little one. Might be why you hear Abigail, because I clearly heard Abigail and I heard an A name. But oh my God, I got chills on that. Blue Fire, you might be right. I love that. Give your baby, your new baby, a chance to come to you. I feel it coming. Okay. So Miss Sherry, do you have anything for her? And I hope that helped you out, Stacy. But I do see it coming. And again, what Miss Sherry Berry, all those things could be true. All those things may be happening, like the balance of your hormones and all those things. Because it took me a long time to get pregnant too. The practice was great, but it took a long time for me to get there. And when I got there, you know what I was? A miserable old fat pregnant lady who was tired of being pregnant. And my doctor was just like, Lord, take this baby out of her, because she is the worst. And I was the worst. I wanted to be pregnant so bad. Then when I got pregnant, I was the worst. The worst. Believe
Careful
me,
what you
the
wish
worst.
for.
Exactly. So dwell on future state, give the baby a new name, light the candle, release the baby. Okay. You know what? I feel your tears, Miss Stacy. I totally feel them, because I want to cry and I'm forcing myself not to cry, but I'm getting the goosebumps. Light that
Mm-hmm.
candle, release that baby, but also release your blame, your shame, your regret. You got to release all of that too, because I see her holding on to your hand. If you just let it go, she'll get to go back to source, and she'll come right back around to you. But you won't let her go, because you feel like that was your final chance. That was your only chance. That was that. And you're trying to say, what did I do? Did I eat something wrong? Did I work too much? Did I do this too much? Did I worry too much? You're blaming yourself. Let it go. Come back around. Thankful, grateful, honored to be the vessel that they're allowing you to bring this baby through. Okay. Well, Blue Fire, you need to go ahead and use those gifts, because we was right there. We was right there. I love that you were in the chat and you gave me that, because, like I said, I hear Abigail, and that was so on point. I love it. I love it. I love it. So, Miss Stacy, come back and let us know when you're pregnant, not if, when, because we feel like you will. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like you will be. But also get in touch with Miss Sherry Berry to get that healing that she was talking about. And I know firsthand that the healing does help. So go, because I've had Brian heal me on some issues with my shoulder and things. So go in with that healing, accept that healing, but also allow yourself that release. That'll be a big part of it. And then if you want to, like, just start designing the new room, designing, just
Mm-hmm.
seeing the things you want. Dwell on those things. Future state. Okay. So congratulations. I'm going to give you that congratulations because I see it happening for you. All right. So who's next? Let's see. Oh, I love that. I love good news like that. Oh, that was just so beautiful. Tortoise Love is next, then Blue Fire, then DK. Can you tell me if I'm saying your name right? Is DEKE? Am I saying it right? Is it Deek like DEEK, or is it DK as in DEKAY? Tell me that. Yvette, Miss Bonnie, Curly Girl, I got you with this super long question. All right. So you can go ahead for Tortoise Love.
Okay. Do you know why we tap our cards?
Clear the energy.
Do you know a lot of people don't know that?
I had to learn that again. Like you said on your channel, you're trying to teach people the things. Somebody told me to tap on them and to do that. But yeah, I learned it. Yep.
Smoke cleansing them. I have bronzite and
Overnight. Yep.
tourmaline sitting on them. But yeah, tapping them.
Circle this that you told me about. I'll light one of those, put my sage on it, and then just put them near all my cards and just let them soak through all my cards.
Yep.
You're okay, Curly Girl. I get it. That's okay. I'm just messing with you because you're a regular. And Deep, thank you. All right, Tortoise Love. Miss Sherry Berry's got you. Let's do it.
Wow. So my cards don't want to shuffle, and it's not because they're a little bit worn. It's just they're struggling. So I'm feeling that Tortoise Love has some like personal internal struggles. We all do. So it's kind of vague, and I'm sorry about that.
We're on the same page because you know what I heard when I got into her energy? Deep depression, like pulling yourself out of a deep depression. So
Dark
you're right.
holes.
You're right.
So
You're
I
right
did
on
get
it.
the Joker. Sorry, I have my light on, so it's kind of not. There we go. So I have my Joker, which is unknown, which I usually get this when somebody has a lot of internal struggles or mental health issues that they are struggling with. I've noticed that pattern lately. Um, I did get the Nine of Diamonds, which talks about daydreaming and staying in place and not moving forward and not not clearing the pathways and accepting the abundances that they have. But I also got the 10 of Spades and the Spades of Swords. The 10 is about completion, but this 10 is talking about deep grief and being on the other side of pain. So again, that coincides with those internal struggles that we just talked about. Um, oh, yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of inner turmoil, a lot of self loathing and doubt, and a lot of anger, a lot of just hurt and lashing out in anger and lashing out, and then that turning into yourself. I think that these are definitely things that are like super important to recognize in ourselves. And can you please know? Oh, that's somebody else. I'm sorry. Um,
I want to say something to them too, but I listen. Eternal peace for love. I just can't stand you with that love reading. Not because I don't want to do it, but because I do have a message for you on that love reading, and I just am so mad at you for even bringing it up. But I ain't even gonna be mad at you. I'm gonna go ahead and read you on it when we get to it. Another thing is Cherry Berry. I feel like, do we need self love or something too? Because every reading is about self love, and they won't let me
Yeah.
put these cards away. And I'm like, look, Lord, don't be trying to play me because I love me. And like being able to receive and allowing people to help you out. I'm like, Lord, if you want to give me $10,000, you could just give it to me. I ain't never gonna say no to $10,000. Just give it to me. Like, why do every reading seems to be something about self love and receiving and this and that? What y'all trying to tell
Hmm.
me? Like, are you about to give me a boatload of money and you trying to see if I'm gonna take it? I'm gonna take it. You can go ahead, get that to me right now. Just knock on the door. Here you go, Angie, and I'll take it. I'm not even playing with
Yeah,
you.
I actually had somebody in TikTok ask me what I would do with $10,000. Now I know it's a scam like thing. What would you do if I gave you $10,000? Because I'm such an asshole sometimes, I said, well, I would buy a Viking longboat, of course.
If you get a Viking long, what are you gonna do? First of all, I need to know what that is. When do you get it?
but
Call me over to see it.
but it's like let's so okay, your struggles will come to an end. They definitely will, and not by means that are unnecessary. I see a lot of self-loathing, a lot of self-destruction, a lot of self-hurt because somebody in your past told you you weren't going to be good enough. That's a lot to overcome. That's a lot to get through. That's a lot to dig out of. However, I think that you are on a very good path for that because I do get the 10, which talks about the deep grief, but the worst is over. So like you're coming
I
out of
do
all
get a
of
rejection too, Sherry. You said because somebody told you weren't. I get a rejection too because I was gonna say, did you just have a breakup or something? Because I feel like a rejection. It's either a love rejection or a like I lost my job, I lost something because this person is definitely in a deep depression. I That's what they say. Like trying to pull yourself out of a deeper depression because I got this dwelling on the things that you lost because you got the five. Fives is loss. You got deep loss, but then you got the another five. Fives of wives, chaos. You know what I'm saying? Battle. But sometimes the five of wands is healthy competition. So it's somebody trying to push you into your highest and greatest good because you're dwelling on the loss. You won't let that go. So I feel like you've had some strong loss, but you're also being pulled through competition, through conflict to excel, to move forward. Because just like Miss Sherry Berry said, you're going to come out of this. You got the
it.
world
Mhm.
card. You're stepping out of that deep depression, and I'm getting goosebumps again, into a new world, into a new go from being the caterpillar. Now you have your wings, and you're like, well, what am I supposed to do with them? And you want to cut them off, and they're like, oh no, don't
Oh
cut your
no.
wings off.
Oh no.
Soar. You are so used to being at the bottom, crawling on your belly, using your own labor, your own effort, and now they're giving you wings, and you're like, well, what am I supposed to do with that? Who is this new person? Because, and I went through this for a long time. I didn't like who I was, so my past kicked me out. They were done with me. You got to move on. It's time for you to grow. Presently, as I was changing into who I was, that cocoon time, while I'm in there and my body's changing, I'm becoming different things because when you're in that caterpillar, everybody thinks, oh, the caterpillar willingly is like, oh, turn me into a butterfly. No, they don't always want to do that. You go into that cocoon, you know it's coming, you have to do it, but do you like all the changes that are happening? Your body becomes very liquid. You got to turn into a whole new being. You got to be something totally different than what you were before. Now you have these wings coming out of your back. I don't know what to do with them. I don't know how to operate. So you know you're not who you were in the past. I'm out of that depression, but I don't know who I am now. And I want to go back to the familiar, which is the pain. Because a lot of times we hold on to the pain because the pain is what we know. It's familiar. At least I feel something. At least I know what pain feels like. I know when I get pricked. I know when I get stabbed. I know when I get hurt. I don't know what joy feels like because I'm not used to it. I don't know what love feels like because I'm not used to it. I don't know how to cherish me because I'm so used to people walking all over me. And so you have to learn how to recognize that you're not who you are, but embrace who you're coming to be. Even if you don't know who it is, it's for your highest and greatest good. know that the blessings that are coming to you is because you prayed to get out of that chaos and conflict, and the new you is a better you. Embrace the new you. And you can say this to your higher power, whoever that may be. I don't know where I'm going, but if you guide me, I'll go. I don't know who I'm becoming, but I'm embracing who that is because it's for my highest and greatest good. I don't know, but I'm going toward it. Transition out of that old depressed conflict into something new. Okay? Exactly, Miss Bonnie. It's all about surrendering. And so, tortoise love, and I feel like you picked that tortoise love name for a reason. That shell, that hard arch exterior shell to say, I can do this, I can handle this, I'm so tough. But inside, you're crying, you're hurt, you're feeling less than what you're putting out there. Because I have to pretend to be okay. Nobody can know that I'm not okay. Nobody can know that I'm hurt. But again, how does your higher power help you if you don't admit that you need help? How does your higher power move you forward if you won't embrace the change? I want to go back to who I was, but that wasn't working for me either. I don't know who this is, so I got to go back. No, you don't got to go back. You got to go forward. You got to transition. See her, that one foot in the back, you got to bring that foot forward. Bring that foot forward into your present, into your future. You're holding on. You're stagnant. You need to embrace who you're becoming and say, I love who I'm becoming, and mean it because it's for your highest and greatest good. Okay? I love it. Exactly. This is great. I'm becoming who I used to be and becoming who I truly am. Ego death, baby. Let me tell you, a lot of times I have to tell my ego, hey, why don't you sit down right here and allow me to work with my guides to do this better? Because ego can be good and bad. It could be like that fear that you need not to go into something bad, but it also can be that fear that's keeping you from going into something good. So sometimes you have to tell the ego, calm down, have a seat. Our guides are here to help us for our highest and greatest good. And if you allow us to move forward, we'll do better than you keeping us here in this prison of fear and hurt and anger and resentment and rejection. I need to go forward. I need to learn new words. So you're right on the path where you need to be. This is where you're heading. Allow your higher power to take you there. And it's easier said than done, but your first step is just saying, I embrace who I'm becoming. I embrace the new me. I am ready for the new journey. Lead me and I will follow. Okay, so you have to do that. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, so the next person is Tortoise Love. Come back. We always love seeing you in the comments. Blue Fire. Okay, you need Sherry Berry, so I'm gonna wait for Sherry Berry. And hopefully she'll be right back. If she's not right back, then we're gonna skip and go to Deek because I can do that. I can't do what you want. And I don't know if Sherry Berry wants to do you privately, but I'll see what she says when she comes back. Yvette, Bonnie, Curly Girl, you're all in that order. An eternal peace for me, okay? So we're gonna see if Miss Sherry Berry's coming back really quick. Yep, she's back. So there you go. Blue fire is up for you.
Mm,
What you eating? Is that candy? Is that food? I'm hungry.
it's a crustable,
Oh.
but I needed to get water.
So you're up, Miss Sherry Berry.
Okay, so I want to understand your definition of chaos magic
Ooh.
because my definition of chaos magic is what I do. I am a person who performs magic that pulls from different modalities and kind of makes them, it's kind of a complicated topic, but what is your idea of chaos magic and your definition of that? So I am a person that uses natural magic, hoodoo, kitchen witchery, herbal magic. I do darker, baneful magic. I'm not afraid of that. I do deal with the, as a pagan, I do deal with angels. Angie's been witness to that, but I also deal with infernals. I don't I don't know what the work term is. I don't try to not overextend myself, but I'm not out there going whoop whoop, look at me, I do da da da. Because that's not who I am as a person. But I would be considered a chaotic person that uses magic chaotically because I pull from all of these different places.
I like your question.
But
What do you consider it? Because I don't know that this person actually knows. They're just inquiring what if. I like how you asked, what do you
yeah,
consider chaos magic?
so but a lot of people are using the terms of chaotic magic is like really dark and harmful, and like it's chaotic, it's like all over the place, and that's not really what chaos magic is. It intends to harm me and those around me according to what I was taught. It's something that even the devil himself doesn't touch. No, that's not what chaotic magic is. So he's using what's terms of baneful magic, which is the darker stuff. And the devil himself does use baneful magic. So I know that for a fact.
Can you explain what chaos magic is? Because now I want to know. Like, wait, what is it?
Okay. So it's what I do. It's
Oh,
pulling.
okay, because I thought it was me wishing somebody would fall down the stairs.
No, that's baneful magic.
Okay, then I definitely do that.
Yeah, that's baneful magic. So what you can do for yourself is put up your protections, uh, ascend to receiver spells. So when you're doing your protections, make sure you do ascend to receiver. When you feel those energies coming at you, definitely do the return to sender. Um, those are the best ones that I could do. And unless you're not going to go tit for tat on that, you're just worried about protecting you and your family. That's exactly what I would do. Is just make sure my protections are up. There are traps that you can make. I have a trap. Oh, you can't see it. I have a trap in that shelf right there. It is a jar of water with salt in it. Um, that's a whole thing. But if you want to connect with me on TikTok, we can go through those things.
This is
Who's
what I'm wondering. How is he using this on it? Because me just wish is he just saying like, oh, I hope you're like, is he doing something actively that you know that he's doing? Or are you just saying that he wants to hurt me because he's threatening to hurt you? Is he verbally threatening to hurt you? Is he saying that he's going to hurt you? And then you're saying, oh, he's trying to hurt me. Like, how do you know that he's trying to hurt you? What is it that how are you receiving this information? That's what I
See, and
need.
that's what people also think chaos magic is. It's something that's uncontrollable, and that's not it at all. Because when things are chaotic in your life, it's uncontrollable, but that's not what chaos magic is. That's just somebody being an asshole.
Yeah. And I've learned simple things from Sherry Berry, from my grandmother, from just other ancestors and things that are just basic protections that you do, like putting salt outside your door. That's one of the things I do every month. We kind of do that. Put the salt outside your door. That keeps evil out. That keeps all unnecessary. I was told from going to the shop is selenite, putting selenite pieces in the four corners of your house. Um, buying like tiger's eye, black obsidian, things like that. Those are protective stones. We're not teaching you anything new. We're just telling the resources that your ancestors had. It's not like I'm inventing a whole new potion or anything. I'm telling you basic things that you used to do. My grandmother used to put salt outside the door. I didn't know that that's what it was. You were keeping evil out. Don went to Louisiana, saw salt outside the door at a shop. He went in and asked. That's what they told him. It keeps evil out. Those are very simple things that you can do that you don't even have to tell people what you're doing. You don't even have to actively do anything. I'm just wondering, how do you know that he's doing stuff to you? He told you
Angie's
that
got
he's
this.
doing this
Angie's
magic to
got
you,
these.
or is he just wishing negative things upon you? Because
Angie's got this great protection thing. It's called block. If if he's going to come and do that to you, just block it, because all it's doing is feeding the bad energy into it. And when you cut off his access to you, you cut off that that energy's coming at you. It's the best thing that you can do. It's mundane before magical.
Listen, he's an ex for a reason. And when I say we are done, we are done. Do not call me. Listen, my son's dad sent me a meme the other day, and I looked at my phone and I said, Verizon, how did he get through? And I said, oh, yeah, you did unblock him one time, and you never blocked him back. Block right back on the list. Do not call me. Do not text me. I block everything, every energy you're coming your way. We learned this in our Monday night class. Imagine a gold ball or a crystal globe and just spread that over yourself and put protection over you. And then you could push it out to cover your family, your household. Every time before I get on here, I put my protection over me, and then I push it out to cover the broadcast so that poachers don't come in here or people don't come in here trying to get you to come into their inbox. So I do things. Also, you could put that person's name on a piece of paper and put it in the freezer. That has worked for me so well. There used to be a person that used to come to our chat all the time and just spew all these negative Bible verses and tell us how much of an abomination we was. I put that joker name on the piece of paper, folded it away like Sherry told me. You fold it away from you, put that bad boy in a Ziploc bag, put it in the freezer. I ain't seen that person since. It does not hurt that person, but it gets them off of me. It protects you to get them away from you. One of our people that usually be in the chat, Miss Linda, baby, son-in-law was getting on her daughter nerves. She took 5 bay leaves, put that bad boy, put his name on there, set the intention that she wanted him to go away. She set them babies on fire. She used fire magic. Wouldn't that be fire magic? See, look,
Right?
Barry is teaching me, people. She be telling me stuff. Set that bad boy on fire, gave them ashes back to the earth. He's gone. He leaves her alone. There are things that you can do that you don't have to announce to everybody that will protect you, but also will get them off of you. And one of the best things it is for protecting your peace is go block. I don't have to hear none of that from you. I don't have to hear that. And if we have children together, they have a special app through the courts where if he wants to communicate, he has to communicate through the app. We can go through the app. We can make this as official as you want it to be. Let's type everything through the app, because obviously you don't know understand how to be a human being and talk to me like you got some sense. So let's go through the app through the courts and let them see how you're talking to me. There are things that you could do aside from going all the way to the left. Those are very simple things you could do. So try all of those things.
A restraining order or order of protection if he's stalking you. Also, have you done a cord cutting? Because they're telling me you haven't done a cord cutting.
You use the word stalk. There are laws for people that stalk you, right? You just go ahead and go down to the court and say, hey, this person is stalking me. Can you put a order? Sometimes people don't believe you're serious. They don't believe fat meat greasy. That's the thing that my grandma used to. They don't believe fat meat greasy. So you got to show them what you mean, that you mean what you said, and you go stand on business. When that person comes to you to be like, hey, how you doing? Excuse me. Listen, I will look you dead in the face and act like I ain't never seen you before. Because if you're coming and when you block those people, you can block his whole network of people. You don't just have to block him, you block the whole network of people. This black obsidian that I have on right here, keep all that negativity away. I ain't got time to be dealing with that. Tiger's eye, put that in my bra. All kinds of stuff you can carry with you to keep the negativity away from you. If you truly don't want him to do it, like she said, cord cutting, bay leaf, burn it, write his name on a bay leaf, burn that bad boy, put his name on a piece of paper, put it in the freezer. Set the intentions. You're always setting the intention. What is prayer? You're setting the intention of what you're asking your higher power to do. Same thing. You're asking your higher power to get this person off of you, to protect you. And when it get too much, I call in my ancestors. Hey, I need you to handle this. That's what they're there for.
So the
I need
next
you to
full
handle this.
moon, your intention is to push things away. So you have a full moon, right? And the full moon, after it is full, it shrinks down. So you're pushing things away. So jot his name down on a piece of paper and fold it away from you, catch it on fire, and push it out to the ethers on the full moon to get him away from you. New moons, there's no moon, right? So then the moon has to grow. So that's when you want to grow things in your life.
I love that. I think you taught me that too, Sherry Berry, about growing and blah blah blah. The new moon growing the things you want, and the full moon releasing. I love it.
That's a shame.
You
Anyways,
could
I hope that
you
helped.
could also
If
mace the
you
fuck out of him when he comes around.
if you want any more help, just connect with me in TikTok, and we can discuss that.
Where do y'all be meeting these people? Like that be just so deranged like that? Because I'll be like, absolutely not. I will back up over you like I didn't even see you.
That's it.
All right. So the next person, I hope that helps you out, Blue Fire, Phoenix. Deke, you're
Okay.
next. Yvette, Bonnie, Curly Girl, Eternal Peace.
Are we
Oh wait,
doing?
Deke had a different question. That's a yes, no if you want to do that. I'm not.
Okay, you're not doing a yes, no. Okay, I got you. Okay, gotta lower this so you can see it. And here's my hand, and here's this. Louder, 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 louder. Okay, so that is a yes. That just says that they will. It doesn't say when. It doesn't say when that will happen. It just says that it will happen.
Were you in the military? Because they show who is either desiring a lot of structure or who had a lot of structure. Like they show me soldiers lined up, and you're all stepping in order. You all have your weapons. You're all stepping in order. So were you in the military, or are you just looking for that kind of structure and that kind of rigid order? Or are you a Capricorn and that's just how you are? You feel very Capricornish to me. Or somebody who needs that rigid order. Capricorn or Taurus. I feel more Capricorn because they're very in a row, in a row, in a row, in a row. Brittany, is there something specific that you need to know? Because I feel like we give you a general reading all the time. So what is it that you actually need to know or that you really want to know? Did you hear everything that Miss Sherry said to you, D? Because you said it's cut out, so I'm assuming my sound cut out. And my question was, were you in the military or are you just looking for that rigid structure? Because they showed me a whole bunch of soldiers lined up and all stepping together, all with their weapons and they're all uniform. So is it that you just want to be a part of a group and you want that structure and you think that commitment to that group will help you? So is that it? Were you in the military? Because they're telling me like you want to melt into the background and just become a part of the scenery, and they said you were made the way that you are so that you could stand out. Stop trying to make yourself the same. Stand out. Be who you are. You know what I'm saying? The moon doesn't try to be the sun and the sun doesn't try to be the moon. Be who you are. Stand out the way that you need to stand out.
Didn't we do Brittany like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, when she asked the same thing? What is the next year going to be like for her? Is it going to be good?
Exactly.
Well,
Miss Brittany, and I know that you are a part of the metaphysical world, and I know that you have insights into this, and you'll do your best. Thanks, ladies. What? Did you not answer my question? Okay, well, obviously, because I have no idea what you said. Oh, not in the military. Just wondered if it would be beneficial to me. No, I'm not saying that it won't be beneficial to you. I'm saying that they're saying you stand out for a reason. You're different for a reason. So you need to embrace your difference and the abilities and skills that you have because you're not. Why are they showing me you drawing or you writing? Is that something that you do? Are you an artist? Do you draw? What is it with the pen and the pencil that they're showing me? Are you trying to write a book or something? Because they show me you writing. Why are they showing me that?
You're welcome, Blue Fire Phoenix. You're welcome. Thank you for coming in. Please stick around if you want to. Thanks for hanging in there for so long.
You haven't written in years. Okay, well maybe I'm not connecting to your energy because that's what they're showing to me, and so I'm just gonna move on. Sorry, Deep. Like I feel like you're being resistant because you only wanted to know
Mm-hmm.
about the Freemasons, and so it's like I feel like you're blocking out what I'm asking, the true nature of it. Like, because they're very specific in what they're showing me. The military, the structure, you wanting to be a part of a group because you think it'll make you a little bit more important or it'll make you like stand out. It'll make you, you'll be accepted. Like, I feel like you just want a group, a tribe. And that's the way that you want to go for the importance of it.
Well,
But they're saying
here's
you're so
something
unique. You're so unique, you don't need to do that.
that he said. So his question kind of changed. He said, general reading to be asked if the Freemason Lodge would allow me to join. And then he said, well, I just wanted to know if it would be beneficial. That's kind of two separate questions. So it could be because he's got these two questions going on that you're not getting that connection. Does that make sense?
I feel like I am getting the connection, but this person isn't like the reason he wants to be in the group. It's kind of like I want to be in a sorority because I want to, I want like, I want to be like, in a party group or I want this sisterhood or I want to be accepted. Like it's not like you're doing it for an acceptance that you already have. You don't need their acceptance. You don't need their structure. You are different because that's the way you're supposed to be. And instead of embracing who you are and your abilities, you want to melt into this group and be a part of this group to be structured and to be kind of programmed, is how they're showing it to me because they're very specific about the rigidness, the structure, and the way you want everything to be lined. Feels very, I can be that way sometimes. I need a list. You seem to be like you really want that structure because you feel like they'll fix all the things that are not aligned in your life. Is how they're making it show, is how they're saying to me. And I don't know you personally, so I'm not judging you. I'm just telling you how they're showing it to me. And they're saying embrace your uniqueness because you broke the mold. There's only one you, and you don't have to be a part of that to be accepted. Find a tribe that accepts you for who you are. If you have to question, will they accept me? Then is that a group you're supposed to be a part of? You think they're going to like me? You think they're going to want to let me in? Then maybe that's not the group that you're supposed to be in. Maybe that's your gut feeling or your higher self saying, you don't need to be a part of this group if you think that they want to accept you for who you are and for what it is. Because why would I ask, do you think they'll accept me? Why wouldn't they accept you? And that's what you need to understand. You're unique for a reason. Be who you are, and you don't have to be a part of this group. You are saying, will they accept me? Why wouldn't they? And if you think that they don't, that could be your higher power, your conscious, your gut feeling telling you you don't need to be a part of it. And I have nothing against it. I'm just telling it to you how it unfolded to me. So I hope that helps you out. All right. So we got to rush through these last couple. We have like 3 or 4 people on the list, and then we're going to go because Miss Sherry Berry has another engagement that she's getting to. So Yvette, you're next. Then Bonnie's after that. And then Curly Girl and Eternal Peace. And that's it. All right. So Yvette, are you here? Miss Bonnie, I know you're here. Curly Girl, Eternal Peace. It was good seeing you, Tortoise Love. Hope to see you back soon.
Yes, Tortoise Love, let us know how things go.
Exactly. I like that blue fire, forming your own group or just going to somebody who accepts you. Like everybody doesn't accept what I do. Everybody doesn't embrace it. I just don't and it's not that I cut them all off. I just don't share this part of me with them. I have another group for that. You don't have to just be a part of one group exclusively. You could be a part of a whole bunch of groups. As long as they embrace who you truly are, you don't have to alter who you are for them. That's the point that I think they were trying to make for you, Deep. All right, so Yvette, are you here? You've been here a long time. Where are you?
I don't get accepted for being a witch.
Exactly. People are sometimes afraid of that.
I don't care.
And so you embrace the people who do.
Yes, I do.
Exactly.
100% I embrace the people I do. My psychic squad with Angie and Dawn and Julie and Bonnie and there's so many, Sarah and Lester and Lewis and Kim and Miss Black and Keena and
there's so many of them and still growing because you decided who you were going to be and you didn't accept anything less than that.
And then I have
I don't see Yvette, so we're gonna go to Miss Bonnie.
She said, okay. Yvette just said, okay, Miss Angie.
Okay, cool. There we go. All right. Cool.
Okay. What spirit guides have for me? Okay.
You got some money coming, honey.
I see the money butterflies.
I heard that a windfall is coming. Are you waiting on a settlement or some money or something? It doesn't seem to be unexpected. It seems to be anticipating because I know you're like, oh my gosh, when is it coming? So are you waiting on a settlement, Miss Yvette? Am I saying your name right? And it's a windfall, like it's just raining money. Make it rain. All right now. Wait, are you a stripper? Wait, I'm in love with a stripper. So you are waiting on it. It's coming. January. I got a J. So January or June. Have you been waiting since June? Is that what the reason you've been waiting since June for this money? So January is when I feel like it's coming. And are you trying to buy a house? Is that what you're going to use the money for, to buy a house or to make improvements on the house? Okay, maybe she's behind a little bit. Go ahead, Miss Sherry.
Okay. So I got the 8 of spades, which tells me that you have you need to speak your truth. You need to stand up and speak your truth and who you are, which is kind of interesting because we were just talking about that. Speak your truth. Stand your ground. It's like you're not going to get the motivation or the movement, that the forward motion, the movement that you need until you speak your truth. And they just keep saying, speak your truth. But I think that you get caught up in figuring out what your truth is. Like, who am I and where am I going and who am I really? Not who you are to other people, but who you are when you sit in a room alone by yourself. Who are you? find out what that truth is, and then speak it. I did get the King of Spades, which means that there's like a wise male figure or a male energy that doesn't have to necessarily be a male person, but a male energy that is like in your path, like they're coming or they're in your path, they're there because I'm doing your path, your potential. So I see that male energy. I have this, it's an authoritative man or male figure, and the clubs are, I'm sorry, I said spades, but it's clubs. It's about business and work and career. So that's very interesting. Then we go back to your potential is you need to overcome those roadblocks. You should overcome those things that you've gotten to fight back I'm just seeing like you're fighting back the tears, but it's okay to cry because it doesn't mean you're weak. It doesn't mean that things are bad. Sometimes it's crying. Crying is a chemical release in your body, and it kind of resets and regroups us. But those things are over. Those types of things are over. You'll be moving forward with them. I like that. I like that a lot for you. But this male person is there to guide and help you. Just have to listen. But keep your truth, keep your boundaries. They keep telling me that there's something about your boundaries and keeping your truth. Okay. Yes. Validation. All right. Yeah, that's what I got, Miss Angie.
Okay, Miss Yvette, we need a little bit more than yes. We done asked 725 questions and you just keep saying yes. So I'm assuming that everything we said was yes. You did say yes to the house, yes to the settlement. Again, I get that positivity. I get January. I get that you will get the house. And you want to move far. You want to move like they showed me like a wooded area. Like you want a lot of luck. You want a lot of trees, lush green grass. It's kind of like you want something that you have from your childhood. I'm getting goosebumps. Like you want that big land area. Are you trying to have a garden too? Like you really want to just kind of nestle yourself away from the city and just love on your property and yourself and just kind of be serene with who you are. And I see you making like a stepping stone path or something out of rocks in the back. Are you making a labyrinth in the backyard or some kind of something out of stones in your backyard? Like you really want to do your backyard up. You really want to take pride and ownership in your house. And I see all of that coming. January seems to be what it was. You have fought hard because they showed me you climbing up a mountain and your fingers are all bloody and red from just trying to pull yourself up and just trying to make it through. So all of your hard work is coming to a conclusion. And you are going to get the things that you want. Again, January seems to be is when it's going to happen. So they're saying don't fret. You can cry, but your tears have to be of joy, is what they're showing me. Is that you have to have tears of joy. And you'll get that solitude that you want, but protect your peace. Protect your peace with the things that you're learning to do, and you'll be fine. So it's all good news coming up for you, Miss Yvette. So I hope that helps you out, and I hope it was worth the wait. You've been waiting a long time, and we are so happy that you were so patient. But good, great things coming for you. I love that. I love that. I love that. So Miss Bonnie is next. So we only have two more, Miss Sherry. Two more, Miss
Okay.
Bonnie. If you have anything about love for Miss Bonnie, she'll love it. And then Curly Girl, and then
I've actually just did a reading for Miss Bonnie on my TikTok page like 2 weeks ago and told her that love was coming, but she needed to be a little more open to it.
Does she need an older mister?
A mister with
Listen, I'm saying this. Miss Bonnie don't want no old fogey that she got to take care of. She wants somebody who's ready to move it.
Because I refuse to look at my love life. Yeah, but we just talked about your love life, Miss Bonnie.
I refuse to. She says career because you refuse to look at my love life, meaning I won't do it. But you can go ahead, Miss Bonnie. I mean, Miss Sherry. And I got your question, Eternal Peace. You're not gonna like my answer though.
No,
Oh,
she wants him younger. So you want him like mine, 24 years younger?
oh, wait a minute. Now he might break your neck. For real, break your neck.
Hello, Mike.
Hi,
Nice to
Mike.
see you in here. Okay. I received the Jack of Clubs. And the clubs are about work and business and career. And the Jack represents a friend or a sibling or a mutual respect with a mutual goal. So there's a male energy, a male energy that helps you, that is younger than you, to move forward with your career goals. Then I get the Queen of Diamonds, which is a female partner that's giving you sound advice, that is giving you. I'm just going to read you what this says. Okay. Okay. It says female partner, sound advisor, deeply sexual and wedding. Now, I'm not saying that you're going to be marrying a female because I know that's not where you want to be, but that's a partnership. So there's a female, and I keep getting Julie's name, and I know that's kind of like we know, but I just keep getting Julie, 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 Julie. Then I get the Jack of Spades. And the Jack of Spades is actually somebody that's rebellious, that is a backstabber, an untrustworthy person. So I think that there is a male figure that's also an untrustworthy person that's there for I'm getting like covert, not supportive, is always acting as if they're supportive, but you're finding out that they're really not. That you're finding out that there's definitely ulterior motives in that one. So watch out for that person. But as far as the business goes, because I did get this as a business reading, the first one is those things look good, but just watch out for this. You got all like people. These are all people cards. So just watch out for whoever that male figure is. I think you know who it is, by the way. I think you're already acutely aware of that person. Like who it is. And I'm seeing him as a darker haired, like not as dark as mine, but a dark a brown haired person. Anyways, Miss Bonnie, I do hope that helps. It does tell me that like your career and what you do is going to ignite expedite whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. Fuck English, it's hard. So no love for me. No love from me, Bonnie. Sorry. Um,
Okay, so Miss Yvette, I hope you got that for me. One, burn a blue candle for your new house to bring in the energy of peace, calm, and healing. Don't let everybody know about your settlement or the money that you're getting. Don't give it to everybody. Keep it close to you in secret and do what your intention is, which is to beautify your home and make a better start for you. But don't let everybody know that you got your money. Okay. So now, Miss Bond. I immediately heard that laughter is your best weapon. You have really been grieving, and I understand why, because I know all the things that are going on. You've been grieving, but you have tried to stay positive with laughter, with joy, with your support people around you, and you're really trying hard not to sink deep into a depression. But laughter, they said, is your best weapon. You also, I see you just wanting to lay your hands on your child, the one that is in Florida. You like, you'll feel better if you could just touch, reach out and touch, feel, hug, kiss, whatever it is, and mother on this person. And you feel a little bit out of sorts until you can. You feel hopeless and you feel like you are just really just being dangled, like spirit is just holding you and dangling you, and you're just like, listen, where are you taking me, what are you doing to me? And they're letting you see everything, but you don't like everything that you're seeing. You're like, I can see it, but how am I supposed to help? I'm their angel. I'm their wings. I'm their protection. Why won't you let me do it? And it's like they're just holding you there and letting you see it, but not letting you do it, not letting you do anything. And they're saying you prepared them well. You taught them well. Know that everything you taught them is being utilized. Your prayers are being heard. Your lessons that you taught them are being learned, and they are utilizing all those skills that you gave them. Be a proud mama. And I really just want to cry because I feel like, oh my gosh, you are so overwhelmed with wanting to help, but spirit not allowing you to help because you have to see that you did a great job. You have to see that they will do, that they can carry on in what you taught them is how they're making it seem. Okay. And so they're saying, know that everything you did was great. Um, the other thing is I do see you making a trip. You will get to go to Florida. You will get to see your son. Um, I do feel like good news is coming. I know it's been very bleak, but there will be a sense of good news. And I don't know if that's with like the settlement or the money part of it. Like there seems to be something that's going to go on with the money on the back end. And I don't know if there's going to be a lawsuit or something like that, but I do feel like something about the money is going to turn out good. And then so good news is coming. You've got a lot of bad news, but in the next 6 weeks, you'll get some good news. So that'll take you almost into 2025. It will be before 2025. So in 6 weeks, you will get some good news. And my eye is twitching. So I do know that there's a lot of concern around that eye. But again, remember, I told you when this first happened, I saw a lot of energy work happening in the background. So things look bleak and horrible now. And I know there's all kinds of extra, people who've done this for a long, long, long time. But I do feel like there's things that are being happening on the other side that you are not, that we don't physically see in the 3D. And so there will be a series of good news things coming for your child. It's going to be like highs and lows because they're showing me the 7 of Cups. And so with some things are really good, some things are okay, and some things are like, damn it, I didn't want that to be the result. So there are possible things that are going to happen, but 6 weeks, good news, very good news, okay news, and not so great news. So it'll be highs and lows. It won't continue to be bad news every single time you get an update. You're going to get some good news regarding your son because that's your major issue right now. I know you have other things that are going on in your life, but that's your major concern right now. And so as the energy unfolds for me, 6 weeks, good news for that situation. And that's all they're really showing me right now because that's where your heart is. Your heart is outside of your chest and you just really want him to be okay because moms are supposed to protect and nurture and take care of, and you're so out of sorts right now. And I get it. I get it. Exactly. Yeah. They're working it out. They're working it out. And you're doing your part. Continue to send the positive energy. We're continuing to send the positive energy. Can y'all put some yellow hearts in here for her son? Because I am just devastated that he was volunteering in Florida for the hurricanes and then got into a very horrible accident. And
Horrific.
all of these things are happening to him. So let's just send some positive energy, flood them with some yellow hearts, some positive energy, say some prayers for Miss Bonnie and for her family. I won't give you all the details, but just to know she always needs your prayers. Her family always needs your prayers and your positive energy, your healing energy. If you're a healer and you have Reiki, flood them with positive energy. Flood them with great Reiki healing, great intentions. Light a candle if you want to. I lit a candle for Miss Bonnie and she didn't know it, like Sherry Berry used to do for me. And I just wanted to absorb some of that negative energy for you, Miss Bonnie, and take some of that away from you. And all I had was a black candle, so I did light it for you. And so I do feel like positivity is coming for you. I'm getting goosebumps and I really want to cry, but I know that positivity is coming for you and some good things are on the way. And it's always on the way, on the way. But they specifically gave me time, 6 weeks, 6 weeks. So that's before January, you'll get some better news. So I hope that helps you out. I know it wasn't love, but it's positivity. So I hope that helps. Okay. So the next person we have is Curly Girl and then Eternal Peace. So Curly Girl, whoa.
Oh, management company has been well, they can't hold you hostage. I'm kind of confused about that, but don't really give me any more information. Being that I work in property management, a property management company cannot hold you hostage.
She said the promise has been inconsistent. Why would no, and this is my thing, and this is just plain old everyday logic. If if you're being this difficult before I move in, what kind of person are you going to be once I move in and I'm locked in and I have to pay you all the time? I wanted this house so bad when I was looking for a house. They came out and did the inspection, and the wall, the structural wall had a crack in it. This me because I wanted to move so bad and I'm so slow. Here they go. Well, what if we get the wall fixed? Can I just move into it? My realtor said, hey, that is a structural issue. If you don't walk away from this house right now, I am not going to finance it for you. She was clear. She was like a mama to me. She said, no, that is structural damage. Walk away from it. You don't want this. You don't want them to fix it. You don't want to be bothered with it. You want to walk away from this. And so I'm feeling, and they're showing me the Eight of Cups. This is something that you need to walk away from. If it's this hard to get into, do you really want to deal with them on a regular basis? Do you really want to get into something this difficult? Sometimes we think it's a roadblock because, oh, we need to fight harder and this is what I really want. Sometimes it's just your higher power saying no. You have a gut feeling and you know that something isn't right, but you so desperately wanted to get into this that you won't let it go. And sometimes we're so focused on what we want that we don't see the better option right here. That's saying right here, go right here. So there could be a better house that is for you while you're trying to force yourself into something that's not right. I'm not, if you're difficult before I get in there, you're going to be even more difficult when I get in there and I'm locked into having to pay you or I have difficulties with you. So for me, it's a walk away immediately. And they're showing me the Eight of Cups, which means walk away. And what did I say? The Eight of Cups is walking away to something better, which is the Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment. So for me, it's a walk away. Don't keep pushing. If it's supposed to be, you wouldn't have to push so hard. Let it go. I would let it go. That's what I would do.
Yeah, I wouldn't fight to get into an apartment complex because I will tell you, being I'm the property management company. I'm assuming it's an apartment, but being that I used to work in that industry, I would have people calling me who didn't qualify to get into the place, and they would call me and they were like, "I'm going to be moving in there," and I was like, "Okay," because I knew that it wasn't going to happen.
Exactly. And it could be too good. You said it's a good thing. I remember wanting this property so bad and trying to move in there. And they were like, oh, yeah, the price was so low and it was just so weird. Come to find out it was a scam. And I learned about it on the internet. Like once I did a little bit more research, I learned that it was a scam and that it was probably one of those people who was trying to get my deposit and they
Mm-hmm.
didn't even own the property. So if it's this difficult, then say no. And you can clearly go to your guides and be like, hey, should I move into this property? Actually, Miss Sherry, this is a yes no question. Should she move into the property? No, yes or no. I would do a
No,
yes no for her. I get a no immediately on that. I would not do it at all,
I
honey girl.
gotta know.
And she says, I'm handy. Why am I gonna rent a property from you and have to do all the stuff on my own? Absolutely not. I'm not, no.
Yeah, I gotta know. I,
You're forcing
I'm
something
trying
that
not to
doesn't
move
want to
my
be.
arm.
Yeah. And they're showing me a square peg trying to go into a round hole. Stop. Abort
Yeah,
mission. Don't do it. Look
I
at my
gotta
face.
know.
Look at my face. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. No. Absolutely not. Don't do it. Look at my face. Don't do it. No.
No, don't do it.
No. Don't do it. No. 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 Exactly. Don't do it. Walk away. This is an absolute no. And you knew that. Your gut feeling told you no, but you wanted it so bad. And I understand what you're saying. Remember, I was trying to buy a house where the wall was structurally unsound. And basically my realtor bitch slapped me with the truth and was like, no, you will not. And if you do, I'm not financing it. She was like, absolutely not. I know you want to move. I know you want a house, but this just don't even make no sense, Angie. And so I had to be like, no. Exactly. Almost too good to be true. Go with that gut feeling. And if you really don't believe it, ask your guides to send you when you go to sleep tonight. show me the truth of the matter. Reveal to me what it is that they're hiding from me, or reveal to me why this is being blocked. And you'll know. So no, absolutely not. Don't do it. All right. And then our last person is eternal peace for me. Okay. Will things be sorted out with you and your partner? No, absolutely not. I got that immediately. And the reason I got that is because you're arguing over the same thing over and over and over. This person, like, you're trying to prove to this person or explain to this person how the same thing over and over and over again. You already know it's time to go, but for some reason you keep fighting for something that you don't need to fight for. They're saying, no, this person does not. And I'm not saying they don't value you at all, but they don't value who you are truly. And you're trying to force them to accept you, or you're trying to alter who you are to make them happy. If somebody loves me, they love every part of me. My mouth, my facial expressions, all my attitude, they love all of that. They love every part of me. Even when I irritate them to the point where they want to push me off of this bed and tell me to, and make me fall on the floor, they still love me. And this person is very rigid in how they want you to be. And instead of you saying, you know what, that's just not what I want, you're trying to make yourself be, you're bending yourself into what you want to be. They show me you as a rose that is wilting. You are wilting because they are turning up the heat on you and they are killing you. They are burning you. They are wilting you. And the answer is no. You can sort it out, but you'll have to give too much. They show me the scales of balance and you're giving way more than you're receiving. And that's not okay. You need to balance it. And they're saying no, you need to walk away. You don't have to take my advice on it, but I'm getting a no on will you work it out, because you'll have to give too much. You'll have to give way too much. And what card came out? Emperor. You are too powerful for this person, for one. You are way too powerful for them. They are not on your level. You are too strong for them, and they're insecure, and they're trying to hold you down by making you feel insecure, and you're trying to change who you are in order to make them like you. Move on.
Yeah, I gotta know.
Exactly. Okay, you have 3 kids for them. So are you going to stay for the kids? Or listen, if you've already made up your mind, why did you come and ask? I got to know immediately. And as soon as I told you all the reasons why the no was, the first thing you said was, I got kids, because now you're trying to make excuses for why you need to stay. If you're going to stay and you've already decided that that's what you're going to do and it doesn't matter what we say, then go ahead and stay. Don't keep asking questions, because this is what I'm doing. When you ask me this question, I go to your higher power. They show me the answer and I give it to you. And then you start caking for this person because maybe we should work it out. Then go ahead and work it out. But don't keep coming, wasting our time asking us over and over the same question when we're all going to the same energy. We're all going to the same higher power. We're all going on your behalf, asking the same question. And you're just trying to fish for somebody who's going to tell you to stay. So if that's what you've made up in your mind to do, stay. But if you want to know the true answers, I gave you what I saw and the way they presented it to me. This person doesn't value who you truly are, and you're too strong for this person. You're always going to keep bumping heads. You know what the right thing to do is, which is why you came here, hoping that you would get a different answer. The answer that I gave you aligns with your gut feeling. And you know, it's just that fear, because now they're showing me the 4 of swords and that fear that you're holding on to. What if I go? What if I stay? What if? What if you trust what your gut feeling is telling you? That women's intuition. You're an emperor bowing down to a page. Stand in your power. Stand in your power. So that's what I got for you. You were the last person on the list. I hope that helps everybody out, and I hope everybody enjoyed the readings today. We're going to go ahead and end it because I know Miss Sherry Berry has another engagement to do, and she probably needs to wind down just a little bit, get some fluids, and get ready for her part 2. Where's your part 2, Miss Sherry Berry? Let them know so they can join.
TikTok. So you can follow me on TikTok, which is Sherry Beery 68. or at Sherry, Sheri, and the Beery is Beery. That doesn't have, that has Instagram. Oh yeah, TikTok, share at Sherry Beery 68. So
So this is where Sherry Berry's going to be in the next, what, 30 minutes or so?
I'm thinking between 7 and 7:30.
Okay,
And
cool.
okay.
All right. So, guys, glad you showed up. I'm glad you all stuck it out with us. I hope we gave you the peace and the understanding that you need. And I hope this was helpful for you all. Have a great night. Happy Sunday.
Have a
And I
good
hope that
night.
you have a great week on Monday.